Anyone? Thank you so much. Very important for gratefulness. And do you all feel when the heart is grateful, you feel happy? Yeah, everyone nodding head. It just makes us feel good. Try it out again today. I can thank all of you for joining in the morning. Without your association, I wasn't reading Srimad Bhagavatam in the morning. I was sleeping. But because all of you are coming, I'm very grateful because of the association. It gives me the opportunity to recite Srimad Bhagavatam, to reflect, realize the important learning points from the Bhagavatam. So I thank all of you from bottom of my heart for giving me your wonderful association every day morning. What a beautiful start of the day. All right, so let's begin with our prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are reading Canto 1 of Srimad Bhagavatam. We have completed 7 chapters. Today we are going to begin with chapter number 8. um, so the storyline, we all know what's happening. This is the end, last day of the Mahabharata war, where the war was described. 18th day is happening, and the description, the birth of Parikshit Maharaj is coming. Because the question was asked, describe the birth and activities of Maharaj Parikshit. Before this, the question asked by the sages was, how was Srimad Bhagavatam compiled? And we saw previously the Vyasdev's meeting with Narad Muni and how Narad Muni instructs Vyasdev about compiling Srimad Bhagavatam. And then the next question asked by the sages was, uh, describe the birth and activities of Maharaj Pariksit. So, this end of the Mahabharata war that leads towards the Parikshit Maharaj. So, the next chapter, we are coming to chapter number 8, is Parikshit Maharaj saved in the womb. So, that we will see in this following chapter, which we are beginning today. So we know the scene, what was happening. Ashwathama releases Brahmastra. Arjuna also releases his Brahmastra to counteract. And then Arjuna captures Ashwathama. Ashwathama has killed 5 sons of Draupadi. And Arjuna had made a vow to bring him in front of the Draupadi to punish him. Then there is a discussion going on within the family members. Krishna said to kill him, Bhima said to punish him, Draupadi said to forgive him, and all the discussion happened unanimously with the Yudhishthir Maharaj mentioning what is mentioned in the religious principles. They all agreed to cut his hair and take the jewel from his head and give him the proper punishment, how Brahmana should be punished. And then yeah, at the end, it is said, we ended the chapter that how Pandavas, Draupadis, they were overwhelmed with the grief and they were going to perform the proper rituals. That's where we ended the chapter. Let's begin with chapter number 8, text number 1. Ishita Mataji, welcome. We missed you yesterday.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Chapter 8, Text 1. Suta Goswami said, thereafter the Pandavas, desiring to deliver water to the dead relatives who had desired it, went to the Ganges with Draupadi. The ladies walked in front.
Hmm. So after the 5 sons, they were killed, the final rituals, uh, the performance of the ceremony they are going. It is a custom in the Vedic civilization, or previously the age where someone passes away in the house or as a family member, they go to the river, sacred river. Here Ganga is mentioned, river Ganga. We all know how sacred river Ganga is. So they go to the river sacred Ganga and take bath there. And also they take the water of Ganga and offer to the departed souls. Same Ganga water they offer to the departed soul as well. So these are the rituals, these are the ceremonies being performed for the benefit of the departed soul. In our life also there are shraddha or shraddha ceremony, or we have different prayers or different rituals. We offer oblations to the departed souls, our grandfathers or great grandfathers. There are different oblations, different rituals we offer. What is that done for? Is for the benefit of them. So many times devotees, they cook boga, they offer it to Krishna, and that prasadam in this Shraddha ceremony, grandparents or the tithi, they call it at the specific date, they offer to the departed souls. So, what happens with that is when they offer prasadam to the departed soul, the body is not there in this world. The body is already gone, but the soul is indestructible, the soul is eternal. The soul is not killed, only the body has gone. So our great grandfathers and our previous lineage, they, when we offer prasadam, they get the spiritual benefit. So wherever the soul is, whichever family, whichever country, whichever planet, we don't know. There is a Pitruloka, it could be in a different planets. So wherever the soul is, when we offer prasadam to get that departed soul, they get spiritual benefit. So they progress in bhakti, and that is the customary, that to offer oblations. And here we see that how they took bath in river Ganga for their own purification, and then they offered water to the departed soul, so for their spiritual benefit. When someone passes away, the soul has gone, the body is finished, there is nothing we can do for that. The person has left us, the soul has departed, the body is finished. There is nothing we can do materially. But spiritually, when these rituals are performed, we can pray for their spiritual benefit, because the soul is always progressing, coming closer to Krishna. So, whatever activity we do to help them, it speeds up their process. It speeds up the procedure to go closer to Krishna. It becomes faster. So many times, devotees, they do kirtan at the date of the grandparents or their parents passing away. Uh, at that particular day, the tithi, they do kirtan at home and they dedicate that kirtan, or they can do extra one round of chanting. We chant minimum 16 rounds. At that particular day we chant 17 round, and then one round I dedicate to my great grandfather, grandmother, like that I dedicate. So what happens, the benefit of that mantra, the spiritual benefit, it reaches to them and they progress faster in bhakti wherever they are, whatever situation they were in. But the prayers, it reaches them. So we should never underestimate the power of prayers. It may not be clearly visible with our eyes that how it works, but it has the potency. All the prayers have potency to uplift a soul, bring them closer to Krishna. So here we see how the ladies were walking in the front, Pandavas, Krishna, and all the family members, they all were together. They were going to River Ganga and performing this ritual. All right, let's move to the text number 2. Preeti, welcome back. Yesterday we missed you.
I was there.
Without video?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Text 2.
Hare Krishna. Having lamented over them and sufficiently offered Ganges water, they bathe in the Ganges, whose water is sanctified due to being mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord.
So River Ganga is sacred. Why? Because it has touched the lotus feet of the Lord. Very important point in this verse, what is coming is having lamented over them and sufficiently offered Ganges water. Lamented over them. Arjuna, Pandavas, everyone, because 5 sons were killed. They were lamenting, they were crying. Previous verse we saw they were full of grief. What happened 17 days before this war started? So this is 18th day where we are at, or maybe a little bit later, because now the rituals are being performed. But just few days back, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. And many, many verses in Bhagavad Gita Krishna directly told to Arjuna, do not lament. Chapter 2, text 11. Those who are, Krishna says, those who are wise, they do not lament for the dead or living. Chapter 2, text number 27, Krishna says, one who has taken birth is sure to die. Therefore, Arjuna, you should not lament. Chapter number 12, verse number 17, Krishna says, one who neither rejoices nor grieves, one who neither laments nor desires, that person is very dear to me. Even 2.14, Matra Sparshastu Konteya Shitoshna Sukha Dukkada Agama Paino Nityas Tam Titikshashva Bharata. Krishna says, this happiness and distress come and go like the season, winter and summer season. One should not lament, one should not uh, be disturbed, one should be tolerant. So many things, so many places. Krishna mentioned to Arjuna, one should not lament. And Krishna said at the end, Arjuna said to Krishna at the end that I understood the message. Karishya vachanam tava. I will do according to what you have said. And then again, 2 weeks later, about 2 weeks later, here, 5 sons are killed and Arjuna is lamenting. You see that what is happening? Krishna says, Krishna may think, अब भी इतना पूरा पूरा भगवत गीता सुनाया, सब कुछ इतनी बार बताया, तुमने समझा, और अभी फिर से तुम रोने लग गए, अभी फिर से lamenting, grief, crying, everything is happening. So, what do we understand from this? Shiva Prabhu, you raised hand.
Yes, Prabhuji, just wanted to hear my experience with this lamenting, and also Shraddha Prabhuji, when we're sending invitations, because it's a Shraddha time, it's a Sora Shraddha, they call 16 days. And many family members, they had, now we have got Shraddha Tithi today, we cannot come. And one Ataji, she said, some family member passed away about 7 months ago. I'm in a dilemma. Should we attend this sort of program or not? I get blamed for enjoying all this. So, and when you mentioned that we can do kirtan anytime, actually we should do the kirtan. And you mentioned that on the tithi, actually, some devotees invite and do kirtan, so which is contradictory to what we are used to. So that my question was a clarification regarding that, Prabhuji.
Yes, so generally it is said we shouldn't, if someone passes away, people don't visit the temple for 1 week, 13 days, 14 days, or 1 month. People don't visit the temple or don't go, sutak, we call it sometimes. The reason is mentioned the reason is mentioned is we shouldn't cry in front of the Lord. We shouldn't complain. Bhagwan, आपने ऐसा क्यों किया मेरे साथ? That is not a proper etiquette. So if someone is sad, if someone is grieving or crying, they shouldn't visit the temple in those particular days, because we should be grateful towards Lord Krishna when we go. We should be thanking him for giving us this life, this opportunity, so that we can serve him, we can pray, we can go closer to him. So that's why for people who are in general people, they are not recommended. But for devotees, there is exceptions. They shouldn't go for 7 days because they understand who the Lord is. We are the soul, we are not this body. So only for a few days, because still that grief is there. But then they can go. For Brahmanas is only 3 or 5 days. For different people, Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, there are different days. But if a person is not grieving of a great grandfather's passing away, he might be in a village in Nepal or India, and the person might be in London, and if a person is not grieving, it is allowed. He can go to the temple, pray, attend kirtan, do a feast. One of my close friends, his son passed away, and Maharaj instructed, arrange a big feast on that day. Maharaj said, arrange a big feast, invite all the devotees, have a kirtan, give a Bhagavad Gita lecture, and because the departing of a devotee is a celebration, because the devotee is going back to Krishna. It is not a sad thing, it is a feast because he is going back to Krishna. And that's why we celebrate Prabhupada Disappearance Day, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur Disappearance Day, because that is a celebration. So this is complete nonsense when people say that 7 months later or 10 months later that I can't visit a kirtan event. People can go to watch movies. People can go to shopping center. People can go to workplace. People go to friends' houses. People go on holidays. They go and do every single thing. But when it comes to coming to the temple and doing kirtan, the people say no. That is complete nonsense. Actually, they should be doing more and more of kirtan to pray for their own self and to pray for the departed soul so that they get the spiritual benefit and they progress in bhakti. So it is very important to do more and more spiritual activities, to chant, to do kirtan. If someone is crying, if the mood is complaining, oh, why it happened to me, mere saath aisa kyun hua, why Krishna you did it, if that is, then a person can stop until the grief is overcome for 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, 30 days, depending on how severe the grief is. Does that help, Shiva Prabhu? Okay, I can see the thumbs up. Thank you so much. I got confused why I'm not hearing. All right. So, what do we learn here? Arjuna lamenting. Krishna said not to lament many, many, many times. And Arjuna, Pandavas, they all started lamenting. What do we learn from this? Practical application. Learning point for us is lamenting is okay. We are humans. We are souls. We are not robots. We are not machines. Thinking, feeling, willing. Remember, we discussed that are the characteristics of soul. So we can have feelings. Lamenting is fine. When Krishna says to Arjuna, do not lament, and when we understand lamenting is not good, crying is not good, that means lamenting shouldn't stop us from doing Krishna's service. Lamenting shouldn't stop us from doing seva. Temporarily, okay, 1 day crying, 2 day crying, grief, but we come back again. We stand up again and go to temple, do Krishna's service. We start chanting and we come back into our. Sometimes, if we are sad, some family situation is there, we are in a grief. In some circumstances, our seva shouldn't stop. That doesn't mean if we are lamenting, we shouldn't join Srimad Bhagavatam class. Then same way, other side also. If we are very happy, we are very rejoicing, that doesn't mean we stop coming to Bhagavatam class or going to temple, associating with devotees. Our seva, our sadhana should continue. Lamentation for some time is okay. Temporary is okay, but it shouldn't be like पूरी जिंदगी देवदास बन के बैठ गए, बस कुछ खराब हो गया and then whole life lamenting. No, temporarily is okay. ऐसा बोलते हैं ना, मर्द कभी रोता नहीं है, but that's false. This is all movie dialogues, which is completely rubbish nonsense. If we are men, we are all humans. We can cry, we can have feelings, and that is the strength actually. To be sad in a situation, to be sad is a matter of situation, but to remain sad is a matter of choice. To be sad is a matter of situation. Situation ऐसा था, हम दुखी हो गए, दुख आ पड़ा है, we are crying, we are lamenting, but to remain lamenting, that is matter of a choice. It's in our hand. Our tears, our tears, they are chapters of a book. Life is a book, and the tears are a chapters of a book. It's not the whole story. We should just turn the page of a book, wipe the tears, lift our heart, and the beautiful next chapter in life is awaiting for us. So, the tears in our eyes, the crying, the lamentation is just like a one chapter. It's not the whole book, it's not the whole story in our life. Just flick the page, wipe our eyes, lift our heart, and beautiful next chapter will be awaiting for us. Krishna is waiting for us to give. We shouldn't be lamenting whole life. So that is what we learn from this. Puja Mataji is smiling. Looks like you love this point. I also love this point. Let's move, Puja Mataji. Text number 3.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. There sat the king of the Kurus, Maharaja Yudhishthira, along with his younger brothers, and Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Kunti, and Draupadi, all overwhelmed with grief. Lord Krishnaji was also there.
Amazing. I really love how you add G after Krishna, Lord Krishna Ji. So beautiful. Sounds so sweet. And I'm sure Krishna would be smiling every time you use word Krishna ji.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so all of you read this translation again and tell me, what do you think the learning point from this shloka is? There sat the king of Kurus, Yudhishthir Maharaj, younger brothers, Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Kunti, Draupadi, Krishna, Pandavas, everyone were there together. They were all overwhelmed with grief. What could be the learning point? Any guesses? Anumataji, yes.
Hare Krishna. I think you know how um, you bring everyone closer, and even the younger brothers of Dhritarashtra, they are in the different party, Kauravas party, still they are together in that grave.
Yes, 100% Sahi Jawab. Very good. They were all together. Look at this in the situation of grief, how they are all united. They are there to support each other. The Vedic civilization was like that. People are together, united to support each other in happiness and distress. No matter whatever the situation of life is, they are always together. It is very essential, dear devotees, to have this social, emotional support in our life of the family members, friends, well wishers around us in this situation of happiness or distress. Previously, we know there were joint families. I know very well that when I was small, there were few of my father's friends, few houses in our street society as well. There were joint families, five brothers, their wives, their children, grandparents, everyone were staying in one house. I remember very well. There were joint families that people used to live together in one house. Then slowly they started separating. Then people used to live in the same street, different house but in the same street, or maybe in the same city but at different place. Brother lives in one suburb, another brother lives in another suburb, and the parents live at one of the brothers house. Slowly, the differences, the distance started increasing. Then people started going away from the village. The person, the grandparents and the father, they are in a village, but the son, being educated, they move into the city. From a small uh, village or a town in Gujarat, then they move to Ahmedabad or Mumbai or Bangalore for work. They go to the bigger cities. So the families were separated. And now these days, even more separation. People are in different countries. Parents might be in India or Nepal. They are old parents. We are here in Australia, and the kids might be going to London or somewhere else for studies. Just see the three generations, one in India, one in Australia, another in London. Where is this emotional support? Here we see in this how they are all united together. So in Kali Yuga, this is a big problem. It is to stay together, to support each other together. And when there is an emotional, social stability in a human's life or in the civilization, that helps people to progress in bhakti, because there is a strong support in the association and people can progress. People have little bit of strength in the association. Sangh mein shakti hai. So people have the strength and then they progress. But this is the biggest effect of Kali Yuga, that families are separated. एक इधर दूसरे country में, no one is there to support. Parents might be old there, someone is not well here, and who is there to support? Because to progress spiritually, this social emotional support is very much required. The mind, the heart should be strong, otherwise people are disturbed. We see how in Australia especially, how people are psychiatrists, psychologists, they are all fully booked out. They have to wait 2 3 months for an appointment. Why? Because people are disturbed. Kali Yuga has separated everyone, even in one house. Child, son has another room, daughter has another room, parents have another room, sometimes double story, 3 story. One of my friend living near to the temple have 4-story house. Parents in one story, child is in the fourth floor, no, don't know what he is doing. And I can guarantee when the child is in fourth floor and parents are in ground floor, the child is not doing mala and reading Bhagavatam. Child is doing something else on the devices. I can tell very, very clearly. So this is the effect of Kali Yuga, where there is a distance within the family members, within the society, and that's how the Kali Yuga is progressing. So the learning points from this one is we should always stay together, support each other in the time of grief, distress, happiness, rejoice, whatever it is. We should always stay together. That's why we work hard in this Srimad Bhagavatam class, Sloka sessions, Bhagavad Gita sessions, Bhakti Vriksha classes, service opportunities, rock band concert, temple service. All that is designed to bring people together, because there is a strength in the association. Very important. At least once in a week, coming to the temple, coming to the association of devotees together, it's very important. And coming to the programs like this, we meet, we get this social and emotional support, and that's how we can progress in bhakti. When Srila Prabhupada started ISKCON, 1966, when he established ISKCON, he wrote 7 purposes why he is starting ISKCON. And out of that 7, 6 points, one is out of that 7, one is to establish Lord Krishna as the Supreme God. But the other 6, every single, if you read the purposes of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada writes, to bring people closer together, to bring people together so that they can cooperatively do some service and progress in bhakti. That's why some people say that I can do chanting at home, I can read Bhagavatam on my own, I can do Bhagavad Gita on my own, I don't need to visit temple, Bhagwan to mere ghar pe bhi hai, I don't need to visit to Bhakti Vriksha, I can do on my own, why do I need to come? But that is wrong philosophy. There is strength in the association, and we come together and we progress together. And all of our Bhakti Vriksha, all of us, see how we come together every morning, and so much we learn, so much we progress, so much we feel the presence of Krishna in our heart, in our life. We can feel that, and this is showing there is a strength in the association. And that is the learning point from this, was that we should always stay together. We should be there to support each other in the grief, in the happiness, and this is our family, spiritual family. We are there. Text number, let's move on. Text number 4, Shweta Mataji, text number 4.
Hare Krishna. Citing the stringent laws of the Almighty and their reactions upon living beings, Lord Sri Krishna and the Munis began to pacify those who were shocked and affected.
So while everyone was struggling with grief, crying, lamenting, Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna, and some munis were also present there, and they are all pacifying. What are they saying? The laws of nature are very strong. No one can change that. This birth and death, these are laws of nature. No one can change it. Everyone is under that law. But there are some people who don't believe in God, even though they are under the laws of God. The example is given, just like a prisoner or a person creating disturbance outside. He doesn't believe in government, he doesn't believe in government laws, and he creates some problem, he behaves improperly, the police catches him and then puts him into the jail, and still the person doesn't believe in the government and the laws of the government. He is bounded by the law, he is in the jail, he is in the punishment in the jail according to the laws of the government, but still he doesn't believe in the laws of government. Look at this foolishness. And in the same way, Prabhupada explains that people are in the stringent laws of nature. No one can escape death, no one can escape old age or disease, no one wants it, but still everyone must face it. So what kind of foolishness is that, that you are bounded by the laws of nature, bounded by the Krishna's creation, these strict laws of nature? No one can change that, but still some people do not believe in that, in God, and they say uh, that God doesn't exist. So Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport that we have to understand these laws of nature are very strict. Family members, children, wife, wealth, health, our own body, home, land, country, investments, everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. The laws of nature are so strict that one day everything will be gone. It is, the example is given like a sticks floating on the river. Two sticks will come together floating and then they will be separated just for a moment of time. In the same way, our relatives, our friends, our family members, our home, our own car, land, everything is just like a floating sticks. थोड़े दिन के लिए साथ में आएंगे, थोड़े दिन के बाद चले जाएंगे. We are not going to stay like this eternally. We have to be aware of the practical reality of this world, and we have to prepare for that. Life is not going to be same as it is now. We have to prepare, surrender to Krishna, chant deeply, then only we will be able to overcome when the sticks are being separated. Otherwise, it's like floating of the sticks. Let's do text number 5 and then we will stop. Shushila Mataji.
Hare Krishna. The clever Duryodhana and his party cunningly usurped the kingdom of Yudhishthira, who had no enemy. By the grace of the Lord, the recovery was executed, and the unscrupulous kings who joined with Duryodhana were killed by him. Others who died, their duration of life having decreased for their rough handling of their hair of Queen Draupadi.
Duryodhana was killed, the whole party was killed because they did not handle Draupadi properly. The woman was not respected. Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport 5 uh, Brahmanas, cows, women, children, and old people, they must be respected. And when person doesn't respect, that means the laws of the Vedas are broken and there is a severe punishment for them. Brahmanas, devotees, cows, women, children, and old people, they should be protected. But they didn't do this, and that's why Duryodhana and his party, they were wiped off. They were killed untimely, it is said here. All right, I will pause here. We will complete up to 5. Tomorrow we will start with text number 6. Any points? If you have any friends, family members, anyone who wants to join our classes, feel free to invite them. Damodar month is also starting, so you can invite anyone to join our morning sessions. The more and more people get benefit, even if they attend one session, it's still beautiful. They get benefit. And you can all send me questions. You can send me, message me. My WhatsApp is there. You can message me any questions anytime you have. I generally do a video recording or a voice recording and I will respond to you personally. You can call me anytime. Any questions. The timing we don't have enough in this session, but you can send me. All right. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank you, Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.